You're still watching the Countdown Top 10 Nigeria, and we're already down till the 6th spot. Now, the artist coming through at number 6 is an absolutely amazing producer. Over the years, he's been dishing out really big tunes, big collaborations with some of your favorites and biggest names out of the Nigerian music industry. Guys, it is none other but ID Cabasa right here in the building. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm well and I'm feeling great, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Nice. So you've decided to do Star Plus Olufumi Reimagined. What inspired the idea of putting out that song, and how did your collaboration with Bud, Joe Boy, Fireboy and Odumodu Black come about?
This is actually the second song from definitely a body of work that I'm actually working on. This is the second single from it. I did Photocopy Reimagined with Vector before doing this. So what is really inspiring all of this is definitely we know there are different narratives that are going on in the industry right now, not just in the industry, I think in the culture, where there is a need to redefine our identity. And if you don't know where you are coming from, definitely you are lost where you are. So there's this, should I say, urge for me to try to let us know where we are coming from. Where we are coming from is relevant to where we are right now. So I'm trying to bring back some songs. I believe no song can be exhausted. I don't believe there is a song that is too old to be recreated. At the end of the day, creativity is you creating from something that already exists. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing back some old classics that I know, that I think were really relevant to the culture, and I'm trying to bring the new guys doing the culture well now to jump on the same thing. It's almost like looking for the wisdom of the old with the energy and inspiration of the new, just match them together to create something new that could be, let me say, be in the conversation of Afrobeats. So
Olufumi was a big hit in the mid-2000s. So what challenges did you face in trying to reimagine the song, and how were you able to maintain, recreate the song and still maintain the roots and the core sound of the song?
Okay, like I said earlier, that there is really nothing new. What we do when we create is we try to recycle. We try to create what already exists. We try to create something new from what already exists. Olufumi was a classic song. One of the few songs that I actually fell in love with when it came out. And I don't think it's just me. I think it was the whole culture that fell in love with Olufumi. The fact that we had like a boys band kind of feel, then the R&B, the vocals on the original song was so rich. And every time I try to look into that past, I get to see Olufumi in my catalog, in terms of catalogs of songs, playlist rather, that I get to listen to. So when I started this project, it was no brainer for me to approach Star Plus, which they were gracious enough. Immediately I told them what I was trying to do. They gave me the permission to actually use what I needed to use in the song, which was some of the major essence in it were the vocals. I actually had to put their vocals underneath the chorus. And also I replayed the violin, that sweet violin that we had on it. So what I did in reimagining it, like the word reimagine itself is to say if we were to create it today, how are we going to do it? Back then we had more influence from the hip hop culture, which was influencing what we were doing then. Some people will say it's Afro pop and Afro hip hop and all of those things. But now I was trying to reimagine it like having a young Afrobeat artist that is trying to take over the world jump on the same song. So I had to look at what actually look or sound close to R&B. So I had to create the beat that I actually did. And I had Fireboy, who is a firehouse when it comes to, that R&B boyish kind of singing. I had Odumodu Black, which has been garnering a lot of controversy. If I have the chance to, I will explain why I had Odumodu. Then I had Budge. Budge is the chieftain, let me say the warlord when it comes to the hotel music clan. And I have Fireboy. Joe Boy. These four guys came with difference, but with one unity of purpose to interpret that song. And I was so impressed. And from some reviews that we've gotten, I think people got the story that we're trying to tell with the four guys. And thanks to, and shout out to Star Plus too for giving us the privilege to actually sample and recreate that iconic song in Afrobeat. I don't think you can discuss Afrobeat as a whole without talking about Style Plus and what they actually created over time.
As a veteran in the industry, what advice would you give to aspiring music producers and artists that are hoping to make their mark in the industry?
So my advice to not, I won't call them upcoming artists, I would say rising artists and rising superstars would be this. You keep learning. You can never get to the point of learning everything. In fact, the higher you go, the more humble you should stay to learn. Because most of what you know, especially with the space that the world is going now, they expire in no time. Everything is changing, so there's a need. As I speak to you, I learn even from people that I have taught before. So I remain, when Olamide sang that song and he said, "Are you a learner?" I would boldly say, I'm an ardent learner. I'm learning like a child. I learn from wise people, from foolish people. I learn from good and bad mistakes, whatever way you want to say it. So the key word for you should be keep learning and stay humble to know that your opinion might never always be the right one. Also, I will say be careful of what you read on social media. Music game is an opinion game where somebody that has never created anything all their life might come online and criticize what you are doing. Be sure you see this criticism more as feedbacks so that you can be more intentional, more logically intentional, to actually look at if the person is really correcting what is wrong or bad or what they don't like. So if it is what they don't like, I think you should move on. If it is what is wrong or right, I think you might need to also work on it. Don't throw it away, but know how to respond to those things.
That was Cabasa. It was absolutely amazing hanging with him. With that being said, how about we get into the music video? This is Style Plus's Reimagined. So you guys know back in the day, Style Plus put out the song Olufumiyo Makpamilekun. You already know it. Yeah, well, on this one, Cabasa is teaming up with big names like Fireboy DML, Odumodu Black, and Joe Boy, as well as Budge. Yeah, so let's get into it. This week at number